Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, October 13th, 2013. My name is Roxanne Grinage. I'm the Legal Assistant, Marketing, Careers Project Manager Owner of a Pennsylvania and U.S. Department of Treasury registered sole proprietorship for 14 years now, administrative services company called Higher Lyrics Administrative Services, and we in the past 4 years have demonstrated an administrative solutions tool which is working to innovate U.S. economy, education, judicial accountability, prison, and public integrity reform by accurately measuring individual accountability stripped of immunity in any 1983 Civil Rights Act language for official corruption, fraud, civil rights felonies, or perjury, and which usually results in legal malpractice of state orders. And yes, I'm the one who always says, in order for there to be family court reform, CPS reform, public integrity reform, and judicial accountability, we as working class, student, and impoverished Americans need to take responsibility for not just our victories, not just our resolve, not just our passion, not just our commitment and strength of character, but we also must be willing to openly and honestly use the internet networking capabilities that provide almost immediate education and sharing of learning. We must also admit to what did not work, admit to our mistakes. Armstead Pitts versus City of Philadelphia DHS foster care abuse injuries to R.I.C.O. Bradley. Every single thing that Higher Lyrics publishes puts into a court exhibit, avers in a court document, notices to law enforcement, litigators, personal injury attorneys, is verified through research, examine document review of case history, rule of law research, and the pending agendas of funding decision makers and so on at the time. We are underway here in Philadelphia of an election, a district attorney election here in Philadelphia. We have an incumbent candidate who many of us have felt the brunt and bear of racism, stop and frisk, unlawful arrest, judicial tyranny, court-ordered child abuse just openly, brazenly enforced without question. And then we have a challenger on the Republican ticket, and remember, federal crime victims, which are nobody other than those of us who have suffered felony crimes as a result of official corruption, fraud, and civil rights violations according to the Department of Justice's definition. Many of us look forward and are excited to crossing party lines. If we're Democratic Party, we don't buy into that, okay? We don't buy into party labels. No label has helped our sons and our daughters stop from the wrongful deaths, the executions, the wrongful imprisonment, the loss of life, and U.S. economy career contributions that have occurred under the old regimes of organized crime that has poisoned our judicial system here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If it's going to help someone, and in this case it's going to help, I believe, tens of thousands of people, particularly business owners and federal crime victims, victims of CPS corruption and family court corruption, juvenile court corruption, see the difference between the personality and what the mechanism, the corrupt machine, is doing. What we have to offset is the crime in our community, the same thing that we're accusing the City of Philadelphia DHS dishonest social workers of, is using perjury to abuse law enforcement against us. We should not be guilty of the same crime. We should not tell lies to local law enforcement or anyone else or threaten physical harm, verbal violence, when the whole purpose of my professional service is to achieve freedom from enslavement. Alright? We focus on modern day trafficking of human beings of all ages, children, disabled, elderly, and our sons and daughters that are wrongfully incarcerated, sold into involuntary servitude. So, what I would like people to take away from this is, don't let anyone's personality negate the work you have already done. If it's verified, keep it in a mechanism. I call my administrative solutions tool the U.S. Citizens Control Public Docket Database. Keep it somewhere where you have access to the sponsorship dollars free posting capabilities, advertising, marketing, exposure capabilities. Market it yourself. Look at how rapper performer Meek Mills advertised his own federal lawsuit against corrupt Andre Boyer. Corrupt 22nd District Andre Boyer, denounced by Police Commissioner Ramsey after reviewing 21 civilian complaints, did in fact illegally perform a home invasion, police brutality, and illegal transport, color of law kidnap with DHS worker Onye Briggs from Sharice Armstead's home on May 14, 2013. That this child's plight in the hands of these abusive DHS optimizing billing contractors, PA mentor Robin Steinman, area director, so-called therapeutic foster care, Dorian Stevenson's placement with Rhonda Bourne, where he's being assaulted on film, telling his older sister about it. This should not be erased. This should stay up. Alright? This should stay up so that when litigators, law enforcement come, and we are getting help. Believe it or not, law enforcement is looking at all the data, regardless of everything that's out there. Look at the September 28th article in the Inquirer. I have this scanned. I have this cut out because I want to scan it. The Philadelphia Inquirer. U.S. seeks 5 Philadelphia judges' financial records. Anybody recognize her? That's Rocca from Family Court. Financial records of 5 city judges subpoenaed. And look what we got yesterday. That very mean, nasty Senator Leanna Washington, back when they had the John Christmas and Janie Blackwell fame. John Christmas and Janie Blackwell fame back in 2010 or 2011, scheduling hundreds of us for public hearings before the City Council regarding our complaints about DHS. And Senator Leanna Washington said nobody had a right to subpoena DHS's records and so on. Here, the feds now issue search warrants for Philadelphia State Senator's office. That's Senator Leanna Washington. Okay? So, as long as we keep getting the facts and the data up, verified responsibly, not with inflammation, not with emotion, we will be able to survive the heartbreaking, unspeakable pain that goes along with child slaughter. And we will be even able to survive our own personalities. Alright? But keep in mind that none of us have a right to become the criminals that we're fighting. It's not okay to accuse one person, DHS social workers, of perjury and abusing police officers and telling police officers they have warrants they don't have, and then doing the same thing to your family members who may or may not be police officers. This is Roxanne Grinage. Above everything else, I'm the grandmother of Philadelphia Family Court, Fern Brown Kaplan, and Judge Robert J. Matthews, destroyed through deliberate legal malpractice, bribe-taking, and corruption, Ezekiel Zakael Brown and Ariel Roxanne Brown, through public mob assault, PKPA violation on 6/8/10 by Eric Brown and Sandra Sullivan. God bless everyone. You can reach me at www.higherlyrics.org if you want a consultation which is 2 hours, which is actually a 2 hours claims intake assessment, you have to prepay $100 using the button at my website. My telephone number, which I return calls from all litigators, personal injury attorneys, any type of litigator, any type of law enforcement agency, personnel, candidates, anyone. I will return your call immediately. Okay? If you identify yourself to me and it's verifiable who you say you are. Alright, God bless everyone. Have a great day. This is October 23rd, 2013.